If Labour win the election, austerity is coming, is it not? Be honest.
No, it's not. And the £2 billion we've already committed in our manifesto would make a real difference in every one of the cases we've just heard about this evening.
That is a tiny amount of money when you look at the total budget of the NHS in England, which is 190 billion.
Well,
£2 billion is a drop.
Well, hang on a second. I'd say two things about that, and I want to explain what we will do about the state of the NHS. The first thing I'd say generally is if it were the case that it was just pouring more money in would solve all the problems, then we wouldn't simultaneously have the highest amount of cash being spent on the NHS, which we do today, and the worst crisis in its history. When Andrew Lansley came in after the 2010 election, the Conservatives spent £3 billion on the NHS. All of it went into a top-down reorganisation that nobody wanted, nobody voted for, and left the NHS in a state where waiting lists were at their highest level ever before the pandemic. It's not a virtue to spend loads more money if the money is badly spent.
I know Wes Streeting is a big fan of involving the private sector more in public healthcare, which is an incredibly worrying creep for what that could mean for our health service, because we already know that PFI contracts in key institutions like education, like health, has not led to better services, but instead led to more strangled services. Just look at academies and schools. But what about that £2 billion increased spending commitment Labour has made?
It's a